Well, I'm starting recording this a little earlier than I thought. It's 9:04 at the time of recording this. This was easily one of the most frustrating games of the season. Um, and right now, I'm just having deja vu to the Toronto series right now. A series where we have a golden opportunity to get ourselves right back in the mix, and so far, we're absolutely blowing it. Game started out well enough, a Duvall 3-run home run, but after that, the offense just decided that it wasn't going to hit with runners in scoring position. So many men left on base, and that's the story. Chris Murphy was pitching well in relief, but just gave up back-to-back shots at the time as I recording this to Yainer Diaz and Chas McCormick in reverse order. Chas McCormick at the first, and then Diaz went back-to-back with him. That's really the long and short of it. We didn't play well in a game that I feel like at this stage every game's important. I understand you can't win every game, and I understand that I'm not expecting this team to go 162-0 this season or to have a 15-game win streak. It's just kind of annoying to play like this. The defense was not good. Devers especially, the defense was horrible. And honestly, the talk around here is hoping down the line, like sometime over the course of this contract, he's going to end up being a DH because the defense is just becoming a liability. I mean, it's been a liability for the whole team this whole season, and it was not good today. It felt generally solid in the Yankee series. It just took a huge step back. We actually got to Christian Javier, but we just couldn't keep the pressure on after that early run scored. Only other RBI came on an RBI ground out by Yoshida. Otherwise, there's just not much to take away. Again, before the 2 home runs, Chris Murphy was pitching well, but the problem here is we're going to be 4 games back. During the sweep, we actually didn't gain any ground because Seattle has just been winning, and they won again tonight. It was 13-1 or something. Just an absolute blow. I mean, right now, at this point, you almost have to... I've almost accepted they look like a team of destiny, dare I say. I know that that's kind of a moniker reserved for really historically significant teams, but just the way that they've been playing recently, they're gonna get a wild card spot. They're gonna beat probably the top seed in the American League. It might be the Orioles, which, I mean, another young upstart team in the postseason. So, if that matchup plays out, that should be fun from just a general baseball perspective. I generally consider myself a big enough baseball fan that I'll watch games even if the Red Sox aren't playing. I'll obviously watch the postseason even if the Red Sox aren't in it. Like, I'm at least interested enough there just to see what happens. Obviously 4 of the last 5 postseasons I've watched without the Red Sox, so it's nothing new to me. But just wishing just those couple of those opportunities with runners on earlier in the game. If we just need to chase in a couple of those, we could have had a much different ball game. I mean, pitching wasn't there. Paxton was absolutely abysmal. 7 runs in 4 innings, just not good. Just not good. It just feels like I don't know what to expect from Bayo. Houck's coming back, and Sale will also be pitching. I just don't really know what to expect against this Houston team. The Red Sox actually played Houston well last season. They actually won the season series against the Astros. This is actually the first game of the season series against the Astros. We actually have not seen them this year. We got 7 of 10 against them, including tonight, because we have this series, a 4-game series, so from now until Thursday, and then we got the Dodgers over the weekend, and then Houston comes to Fenway, and I'm thinking about getting tickets for this game, but I honestly don't know. I'm not even sure how much significance that's going to have, because if we keep playing like this, we're going to see ourselves pretty much out of the race by the time that comes in. We got it. It's just got to be better. It's got to be better than this. It's got to be more fundamentally sound than this. We have to convert. We have to have timely hitting, and we just got to play better defense. And especially the defense problem, these have just been problems all season. It's just frustrating to see the same things plague us again and again and again. And it's the reason why this team isn't much better. And I understand that something expectations, you can give me that all day, but I feel like we're always just that one aspect of the game. Defense, if our defense was just average, we'd probably be at like 70 wins by now, and we'd be really talking about postseason for real. But it just feels like this is going to be the pattern. This team, they're gonna stay in it. they're gonna stay in it just long enough to keep you entertained until September, so before they eventually miss out. It feels like it's gonna be a lot of it just feels like parallels to last year, where a couple times made you think maybe they're turning a corner, and then they just, in an important game, an important series, they just lay a complete egg. And this feels like the last few weeks where they've won, like 10 of 13 or whatever. Um, After the sweep of the Yankees, it just feels like you might have thought they were turning a corner, but then it just feels like no, it doesn't feel like they got as far as they needed to go. But they went 9-4 in the last 13 games. Not 10 of 13, 9 of 13, which is still not bad, but enough to think maybe they can do this. But then they're going to play a team also in the postseason hunt. It's just going to, all of their flaws seem to be getting exposed. All of their flaws seem to be getting exposed whenever they get into these critical matchups. And that's the most frustrating part, is that they give you enough hope to watch those big series thinking maybe this is it, maybe this is the big series. They make a statement as a real postseason contender, and it's just, it doesn't go well. And it just feels like deja vu. Or as Yogi Berra would say, deja vu all over again. But that's what's going on here, and it's just not, it's not what needs to happen, and it's not what we were hoping for out of the Red Sox.